So, today on the podcast, we have someone who defines what it means to build with intention.
Hi, I'm Harry Rao, founder and CEO of TestGrid. Welcome to 5 Minutes Mentorship.
Pramod, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
I've seen his journey, but he's bootstrapped Paramount Software Solutions into a strong tech company. And I know you have created some great careers and communities. Thanks for doing what you did with Paramount and what you're doing.
Absolutely. I love doing it. My journey has always been about building with depth, not just scale. At Paramount, we've started to build it with opportunity. At Farm to Plate, it's about trust.
So let's go to your first baby, Paramount Software Solutions. We always look back and what does success truly mean to you at that point?
So for me, success is witnessing transformation. I've seen first generation immigrants achieve their dream jobs, achieve their green cards, build their homes, send their kids to colleges. And this is what has been the biggest takeaway for me. The fact that we are no longer a tech company, we are turning jobs into a generational impact.
I can imagine that satisfaction you would get, Pramod. Yeah. The new venture you've started, Farm to Plate, this is something completely new. What personally moved you to enter this space?
On Paramount side, we always had experience working with food and beverage industry, right? So when COVID hit, I saw the whole supply chains cracking open. I could see firsthand the confusion and the fear people had about the food safety and security. So that's when it dawned upon me that, if I have the tools, especially the tech tools, to reinvent or to build that or rebuild the trust back into the system, why not do it? So that's exactly how it started.
That makes sense. Everybody was paranoid too at that time. Many startups lead to cool tech, right? What's new around the block and stuff. You led with trust. Right? Why was that non-negotiable, and what can founders learn about building trust into the product?
So technology is just a medium, trust is the outcome, that I personally believe. So what it means is at Paramount, trust is why people stayed with us, and at Farm to Plate, trust is why people are going to choose us. So when we decided to use this, right, I built this platform. If I could answer one simple question for the consumers, for the users, that can I believe the things that is being showed on this label? If I could just get that trust back into the consumers, whatever I just said, and then everything else follows.
I just literally wrote trust on my paper. Your consumers or your users should trust what they consume. So next phase is, you manage two different companies. You talk a lot about rethink, reinvent. How do young founders bake purpose into business from day one, right?
Yeah, simply put, I would say purpose is the filter for decisions. For me, I'm asking those questions. Does this decision that I take, is it making somebody's life easier, better, or more just? So when you keep asking those questions, everything else follows. When it cuts through all the noise, you don't need a tagline. It just becomes your compass.
Awesome. Most founders worry like, hey man, do I raise capital now or wait? That's a common question in everybody's head. What would you tell a 26-year younger version of you if you go back in time, if you were launching this startup or any startup?
So I probably would say from my own experience, get proof before you go for money, before you ask for money. And at both companies, I kind of self-funded until I showed traction, not because I had to, but because it kept me honest. So funding should only increase that transparency, that clarity, but not dilute it. I know there are a lot of young entrepreneurs out there. Keep a track on your run rate and start the fundraising efforts.
The next one, Pramod, if someone wants to create impact, right, and build a sustainable business, not just a viral one, right? Where do you think they should start today in the world of AI as well or without AI?
I would say start with obsession. And what I mean by that is, I'm being, very emphatic about that. Start with obsession. Solve one specific problem so thoroughly that nobody will start ignoring. And that's how you build or you create impact and success, sustainability. You can make sure that they both align.
Got it. Choose one problem, go deeper, not wide. What are the most underrated skills founders are not learning fast enough today?
Emotional intelligence, EQ. Emotional intelligence is founder's superpower. So when you hit a rock bottom or when you have challenges, this particular skill set is going to come very handy because it will help you navigate through uncertainty and you're making people-centered decisions. You're running a company of people. So having that will put you in the right space to solve the problem so efficiently. Number two, I would say resilience. People always talk about grit, but real resilience is quiet. That's when you show up when nothing is working and nobody's watching.
Love it. I think, Pramod, it was a pleasure having you on the show. And, you taught me so much just during this podcast. And I'm pretty sure our listeners would also learn a lot from you.
Thank you so much, Harry.